I just got up 40 minutes ago. I tried to do as much as I could. So what are we doing today for the replay crew? Tightening the screws on this mirror. That's what we're doing. Skinny Queen. Members here get to make a request. And one of my channel members, Skinny Queen, she made a request for a Valentine's Day look. She wanted everything pink, everything red. And I'm just like, they know I like smoky, goth, grunge, vampy, messy, dark looks. And so I'm like, okay. If members make a request, I will do it. So if you want to have some input on the content that we do here, becoming a member is the way to do that. $2.99 a month, and you can cancel at any time. So we're going to be using Life and Death palette. Both of these are from Notoriously Morbid. So this is what Life and Death looks like. Hey, Alexandria. And so, of course, you know, maybe just these. Well, this one to me doesn't look red. So it may just be these, since we're doing reds and pinks. And we're also going to be using Rose from the Dead. Also, this is volume 2, also from Notoriously Morbid. And going to be these 3 right here. Girl, why don't you just hold them up together? I'm so smart. I know. I still feel out of it. So let's hold these 2 up together as best as my clumsy, uncoordinated self can do. Let me do it this way. Just so you can see the complete color story that we're working with. So, yeah, so these 3 and these 3. This one, I'm wondering how close this one is to this one. Can we see without me? Yeah, those are the, those, I do think this one has a shift because it looks like it has some blue in there. I can't hear you. Still out at it. Okay, I thought you were saying you couldn't hear me at all. I was like, oh my gosh, not again. And I don't have my laptop over here with me in case this doesn't work. So I do think that this has a little blue in it for some reason. So maybe we'll just put it on just to see. So those are the colors that we're going to be using. And for when you do come back, Janet, I appreciate you being here. Clicking on even though you're out at dinner. So, you know, I haven't even drank my Boathouse Farms yet. I am, excuse me, City Beauty Lip Oil and just this mirror. And we're going to do our brows. And of course we have our whole base face to do. My forehead is cleaning up quite nicely. Brow pencil. And I got City Lips oil on my cup. All right, so we're gonna. I do think I might put this on in my brows. This is number 79. I don't have a pink one, and she said, "Oh, pink and red." I think the lipstick we're going to use is Always Red. I'm wondering if I'm going to like this look. And I'm saying that because when everything is just 2 colors, but I know it is a thing dealing with monochromatic looks. So I guess it's up to me how it comes out, but I'm hoping that I do like it. Wool of Bat. Ooh, Rich Deep Cherry Red. Maybe we'll do this one. It's described as Rich Deep Cherry Red. This is a Wool of Bat from Notoriously Morbid. Maybe we'll do that since we're using Notoriously Morbid palettes. It's definitely a deeper, richer color than this one. I think we're going to use this, and I'll leave them both out, and then we'll decide later, or I'll ask Skinny when she gets here. Hey, Tanya. Tanya! You did so good with that look. And I'm yelling. I'm so excited. I didn't see my boo. My boo thing ain't here. I do not see my boo thing, Tanya. Let me change the chat to all messages. Oh, there you go. Hey, Haywood. YouTube was hiding you from me. It's a conspiracy. How you doing? Yeah, let's get it done, right? So, Skinny Queen wanted only reds and purples. No, I'm lying. Only reds and pinks for this look. So we're going to be using Rose from the Dead. I have a feeling I'm going to be opening this quite often. We're going to be using these 3 shades here. I thought about that pink, that UV reactive one in lethal, but I didn't take that out. And this is Life and Death, also from Notoriously Morbid. So we're going to be using these three right here, in yeah, in this shade. So, and we may put this in the brows. I like them both, Tanya. And you know what I thought of too? I thought of Grace, because I'm like, that's the look that Grace would do. That's the look that she would do for sure. And Janessa and Janet, because we like colors and we like bold colors. I loved both of those. And I thought about how when I was listening to you, like, I don't really like this, I don't know that. I heard myself in that when I'd be like, well, such and such, I don't like this, or blah blah blah, and people be commenting, it looks fine. Or if it's a live stream, maybe like it looks good, just keep moving. And so just trust it. That's what I'm gonna say, because every time when I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know, the responses are like, girl, that look is bomb. Except for those who don't like color and don't like black lipstick. When they leave comments on shorts. But just trust it. Just trust it, because both of them looks, I was like, go ahead, get it, girl. Oh my gosh. They were both really nice. And they looked good on you. I'm like, Tanya got on color. It looked good on you. I was just like, this girl is solid over here. What? You did so good. I felt like a proud mama, and I ain't got no kids. But I was just like, look at Tanya. And when you were saying how the placement was bomb. The placement is bomb. You're welcome. Oh, hey, Skinny Queen. I'm going to show you the looks that we're going to be using. You're on your TV. You're cooking noodles. Okay. I have my banana strawberry Bold House Farms here. Skinny Queen, I felt bad yesterday because last week I'm like, we're doing Skinny's look on Tuesday. I underestimated resting versus not resting, because I really thought I was going to be okay. And then when my alarm went off, I was just like, girl, you are not okay. And so I really hated to do that, but I was just like, I didn't want to be sitting here like, oh. And I did say this year I was going to take better care of myself and not push myself so hard. But yeah, that pained me because I was so excited to do your look. And so looking at my calendar, all the lives I had scheduled, slide to the left. I had 3 videos scheduled. 2 of them, slide to the right. So I just shifted everything, and then I got back in the bed. And I almost didn't shift everything then, but then I knew I needed to shift yours. And I said, you know what, let me just shift them all so then I can just sleep however long and not be worried about it. But, and so what that taught me, that experience and how I felt, was because I already knew that that treatment knocks me out. And because I'm getting up earlier than usual to go to the appointment, then it knocks me out because my adrenaline runs high and then I crash. And it throws off my sleep schedule, getting up earlier and all of that, and then crashing when I get home. I realized instead of one day, like I just been using like that Monday. That's why Monday I'm like, I'm not going to be able to do it. But I really thought Tuesday I would. And so that whole situation showed me like, no, you need to take 2 days off. Take that appointment day off from YouTube. And then, don't do anything on Tuesday either. Excuse me. So I'm learning here. I'm learning. I did do a video though that night. It might have been the wee hours of the morning. But I really underestimated how I was going to be feeling. And I was so excited. And I was like, when my alarm went off, I sat up in the bed and I was just thinking, like, can I push it? Like, am I going to be on here looking like, living dead? But, yeah, so that was a lesson for me, like, to take an extra day. And then for video, fine, because that could be done anytime, but not a live stream. And yeah, so I do. I did feel really bad about it because I was just so freaking excited. Me excited to do a pink and red look, but I was excited for your request because I do get excited for a request. I have a piece of dry skin right there, and it's going to stay there. I think we're going to just leave the brows, because I think I am going to put red in there later. I see comments. I will get to those in a moment. We're going to leave the brows like that, I say, as I mess with it. You did that too, Sonya. You said something. Thank you, Janet. And you were like, we're going to leave this or something. Then you like, and then I messed with it again. I saw myself in you at so many different points in your video. I was just like, oh my gosh. I was like, oh my gosh. Hey, Jesse. Ooh, Jesse James. Uh-oh. Okay, I don't know, Boo Thang. You can email it to me. Or put it on my community tab. Well, you said offline. So you can email it to me or DM me on Instagram. So, Skinny Queen. Rose from the Dead. Both of these are Notoriously Morbid and Life and Death. And I feel like I paired these two before, but I don't remember. So we're going to be sticking right here. I do think this has some blue in it. But we're going to see. If it does, we'll cover that up. So these three from, and this has a shift too. On the back. Why the hell? Okay, because it has the colors on the back. I was trying to see what was what, but they do look pink and red. Pink. So we're going to be using these three. And from Life and Death. Oh, I'm scared he would. And from Life and Death Haylock, we're going to be using these two. Not this one, because to me it does look like it's leaning more purple. But that would be in line with one of the... No, it wouldn't. Yeah, that is purple. So these three from this palette we're going to be doing. I do feel like I paired these before, but I don't know. Or something. I don't know. We may put this in the brow, Skinny Queen, from Inglot. This is number 79. I pulled out two lippies. This is from Notoriously Morbid, Wool of Bat, described as Rich Deep Cherry Red. And we have 01 Always Red Matte Classic Red from Sephora. So, you know I'm leaning towards this one because it's darker. But we'll see what the look looks like. If the look is bright, then we'll use this one. If it's a darker look, we'll use that one. All right, let me get with it. I had no caffeine yet. I didn't have any Mountain Dew. This is the first thing I'm having since I woke up. Y'all know this is my Pensy's cup. Choose love, it says. I'm gonna try and go fast. I feel like I'm delayed. I feel like I'm moving slow. We got a lot to do, especially because I didn't get anything done with the face. I did sleep good though, y'all. I mean, I still woke up every 3 hours or so, which is better than every 90 minutes. Listen, y'all. There's a new neurologist. Well, a neurologist that's new to the VA hospital here. And I was telling her what the previous one said about everybody wakes up every 90 minutes. She said that's not true. I went, what? I said, are you kidding me? She's like, no. She said, that's not true. And she said, it is true that the sleep cycle is every 90 minutes. But she said, everybody does not wake up. And she said, and I know this because I used to be a sleep doctor and I would do sleep studies. She said people don't wake up every 90 minutes. I was just like, I said, I've been telling people he said that. She was like, that is not true. I was like, damn. So I'm gonna still hold on to it though, because when he said that to me, it comforted me in the sense that I didn't get upset, because every 90 minutes when I wake up I would get upset, and so it would take me longer to go to sleep because I would be mad. And since he said that to me, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, this is normal. And so I would usually just go right back to sleep. So I'm still going to hold on to it. Not that it's true, but I'm going to hold on to that comfort. Like, my brain is doing its thing. It's okay. And go right back to sleep. But the last couple of weeks, instead of every 90 minutes, I've been waking up like every 3 hours. So like every second sleep cycle, I would wake up. And so, but she thinks I have sleep apnea. So she's going to send me a sleep test. And I took one twice before. They send you this gadget and you strap it on and all the monitors and all of that and blah blah blah. So over like the last 12 years, I've taken one twice, and then the results were inconclusive. And she said, "Well, what did they do after that?" And I said, "You looking at my notes? You told me they didn't do anything about it." And so she said they should have sent me over to the VA hospital um, in Philly because they have a sleep study clinic over there. And so she said, "Well, do you want to go over there, or do you want me to send you an in-home study again?" And she said, "If the results are inconclusive, then we'll send you." I don't know if it's dead skin or what. It's a piece of something white, and I cannot get it off. So she's going to have them send me another in-home sleep study. And so she had me, look here, look there, do this, do that, stick out my tongue. Don't do the eye thing, but stick it out. She's like, "Yeah, I think you have sleep apnea." Y'all, they can tell, well, one of the signs of sleep apnea is if you have a thick tongue, because then it covers part of the back of your throat, which obstructs your oxygen, which can play a role in if you keep waking up when you're asleep. And so I told her I'm a side sleeper. She said, "Doesn't matter." She said, "Because gravity is still going to pull back and over or whichever way you're laying." And so, yeah, she's like, I was like, oh, man. But you know what, y'all? I'm closer to 60 now than 50, so I'm like, like whatever, you know what I'm saying? But where's my palette for primer foundation? It's in the kitchen still from when I washed it, and I don't see it, and I didn't bring it over here, so we're gonna use this long one. Excuse me for the glare. We're using this one, y'all. This is empty. I first used this one October 5th, 2025. This is empty. So November, December, January, February 5th, which is tomorrow. So 4 months. A little less than 4 months I used it up. So we're using Milk Primer. Because I do, even though I'm mixing it up now, I do like to use brand primer with the brand foundation. But, so I could have just opened one, but we did not. All right, let me try and speed up here. I did see y'all comments, excuse me, on my videos. I just need to check them. I mean, not check them. I need to, shit. I need to respond. But I did see them, so thank you, y'all, for that. What am I doing? Jefferson, how are you? The reason for elimination therapy is evaluated by circumstance. I beg to differ. Janet, can you hear me? Hey, Janet. Excuse me. I'm not even going to bother putting this on my disrespectful mustache area anymore. This is contemplative state because it doesn't make a difference. I don't know what is going on. Well, part of it is I am like -10, but, and that's why I put primer there. I am like -10 because usually I do get some sort of daylight, and so I do usually have some sort of a tan where I am just like none whatsoever. Hey, how are you? And so it's just weird though because it's like a permanent shadow. I did shave my hair. I think I might have talked about it in that video I did that day when I came back. Well, after I went to sleep, after I knocked out, woke up and went back to sleep on Monday. He was like, "What's going on with your forehead?" My third eye is healing quite nicely, and then I picked skin over here, so that was looking crazy. But I didn't pull it off till like later that day. But he was like, "What's going on with your forehead?" Because that's where he does some of the shots. He asked me if we do crow's feet, and I said sometimes yes and sometimes no. And he's like, "Want me to do them?" And I said it was ironic he asked me that because on Sunday I was looking and I'm like, I don't think it's going to make a difference though. But anyway, but so I told him it was ironic that he asked me that. So I'm thinking he must have saw something that he didn't find appealing, which, be appealed by your wife, dude. But anyway, he's a good doctor. He's a really good doctor. All right, so that's that. The NY12. Where am I from? I am from an unknown planet, from an unknown universe, otherwise called the Twilight Zone. I'm being silly. Born and raised Camden, New Jersey. I now live in Delaware by way of Texas. Where are you in the world? Ooh, I never saw this sink down like that. Excuse me for that glare. This is NY11, the one I put under my eyes. That has settled. Look at that. I just told you where I'm from. Where are you from? Um, damn. And I opened this January 12th, 2025. And the PAO is only, wow, I'm past the PAO. This is the other one I didn't really do. Is that down there? Let me just keep going. I get fascinated when I notice that stuff, the levels are dropping down. I just told you where I was from. Where are you from? Pat that in, then get powder on, breeze through the bronzer, highlighter, blush, and get started with this look. Man. Oh, inner realms. Man, I don't have Nudge ink gives me like a sickly reddish eyeball look sometimes. We're going to use that. I'm trying to stick with the color story. Take out the mascara. Powder. Excuse me if you heard that. Oh, let me do the intro for the new people. Hello and welcome. My name is Dion. I call this the crazy troll nation of YouTube. Why? The crazy is knowing it's okay to be your authentic self in a world where people will tell you who and how you should be. The troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. Try not to feel like you need to use a certain brand, a certain tool, or a certain technique because that's what they're telling you in whatever video you're watching. I'm here to tell you, use whatever you want to, however you want to. You'll make a point in a way that you are satisfied with it. Here at the Crazy Troll Nation, I don't know about anywhere else. Why is this brush looking like this? It's looking sideways. Look at this brush. What the hell, Scott? Maybe it's where it was laying when I washed it. Look at this brush. What the hell? Here at the Crazy Troll Nation, we believe in self-acceptance and self-love, embracing our natural features, enhancing them if we want to, when we want to, but never feeling like we have to. I know, look, what the hell? Like, it is not bouncing back. And this is the one I watched the other day, but still, like, what the hell? Love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even when you're not wearing face paint, which is what I call makeup. I'd be abusing this brush, I think. Like, what the hell? Two things about me. Sometimes I curse because sometimes I curse. The other thing is there's an organism named Bruce that lives in my throat that likes to randomly hiccup, gurgle, and belch in videos and more so in live streams. I try to be aware of him to say excuse me. And I think more so in live streams because I'm usually guzzling something or, eating too fast to be on time here. So... all right, yeah, it was just looking. The hell? So it does seem to stay, like this side, it seems to stay a little bit longer. But when I do this side, well, I have had this brush a long time. This is, this way though, like what the hell? All right, bronzers, let me go. Watching them playing. Hey, Michelle. Playing Animal Crossing. You saying wow because of the brush? I caught the visual of it when I was pressing the powder. I'm like, what is going? The old one, or is there a new version of what? Oh, are you talking to Michelle about Animal Crossing? This is Deep Level 11. Are you talking to Michelle about Animal Crossing? Listen, y'all, I shared Tanya's video on my community tab. If y'all did not see it, please watch it. Show her some love. I think both the looks was amazing, and I think she looks amazing with color on her eyelids. Like, I really like them. She was asking which one I like the most. I'm like, I like them both. And so I know it was different for you, Tanya. But and you know I don't lie. And even if I give misinformation, I'll come back and be like, y'all, I was wrong. I was like, oh my gosh. But yeah, I felt it when you were like, this is probably how she feels when she's on members' requests for stuff she don't normally do. Like pink and red, everything, skinny queen. But so it's just do it and just own it. But yeah, you was rocking it. I really liked it. You're welcome and thank you. Yep. After I watched it and left all my however many comments, this is the Deep Level 10. I shared it on my tab. I sure did. You did so good. And that was a good color story too. That was a good when I saw the color story, I'm like, yeah, that's all she need. She got some greens, blues, pinks, purples. You did the damn thing, girl. I was so proud. I'm like, oh, watermelon bliss because it's red. We're going to go light. Tap, tap with this bent brush. And even this other one is looking kind of janky. Like, look right here. Like, why is that? It's like a road going through the mountains. Y'all see that little? Let me wipe my screen because I think. All right, y'all, hold on. Because I think if it's a little smudged or something, I think that's why sometimes you see glares off of silver things. I've had these. Oh my God. What is this? 2026. I will say at least maybe 10 years at least. And some I gave away in that giveaway. Michelle won some and Joe, beautiful Joe, won some. But y'all know I use this in every single video. And so I do have one more of those. I don't want to take out dim light. I want to take mood light. It is described as sheer lavender pink. Yeah, I've had these. Yeah, I've had Scott for a long time. And all of them that I have, I would purchase during sales, either like a 30% off or a 40% off sale. Because this shit is expensive. That big moon pie face time here that you be drooling over, that sucker's $50. But I got them on 30 or 40% off. And I did give one away. And Michelle, it was so funny. I did a group chat on Instagram and I said, well, these are the ones up for grabs again. Y'all two figure out who get what. Michelle was like, I want the number 67. If that's the moon pie face one, like that big one. And so they worked it out. And yeah, so Michelle got that one. Because I'm like, you do need to have a big face for that one. Because this is the one I'm talking about for y'all who don't know. Look at this big ass brush. Covers my whole eye. And is it? Yep, number 67. So I've had 3 of them. I still got 2. So I'm like, I ain't giving away 2 of them because they take longer to dry. Scandinavia. Yeah, it is. Exactly. Not for 50, 30% off or 40% off. That's when I would get them. Yeah, I'm gonna pay full price for expensive stuff. So when people say, I would never spend that, neither will I. I would never spend $128 for a mothership. You don't have to, boo boo kitty troll child. 40% off is $77.40. Like, you don't. So when people say stuff, I'm like, you don't have to pay that amount for it. We know there's always a sale coming. Y'all, the sale that they were running on her website before, well, I should say around Christmas. You have to have a big face for it. And your face is a whole lot slimmer than mine. That would be way too big for you, Janet. Like, for real. But one of the brushes I used in that video snapped in half after I rubber banded them. It was like, what the fuck? They're only in that old snap in half. I will say, I'm going back and reading comments. He was just slow down. I know I be getting frazzled. Then I get excited and be talking fast and be saying wacky stuff. Too many colors would have overwhelmed you. You did good. You did really good. I will say, y'all know I spend money on brushes and on makeup. And I do consider what I have quality stuff. And so by chance, if I do buy something, so you see how that looks red? That's this color. I don't even know if you can actually see the color. So it's like a reddish brown type thing. And it makes the whites of my eyes look like I'm sick or have pink eye. Hey, Dawn. I just wanted to look at it and brush it across my face. No product on it. That brush. So yeah, I have had Scott's brushes a very long time. Excuse Bruce. When I used up the other one, the previous one of this one, I didn't buy it right away because look how it looks like I got pink eye or something. It makes the whites of my eyes look kind of pinkish. And then, hey, Dawn. And so I used it up and I said, I'm not going to repurchase it. And then I found I missed it because I would be looking for it, like, damn, I don't have a backup and I didn't buy another one. I just let it run out. So I did use this one up with a previous one. But I found that I missed it, which was weird because I don't like how it makes my eyes look like I'm sick. Like, look at that. But it's so pretty, though. And so, ugh, goodness. All right, once we get this done, we're going to jump into this eyeshadow look. I was going to say a skinny queen here. I am not right, y'all. Now look at me going through the comments to see, yeah, well, she is, because I remember I showed the palettes again. Yo, I really be tripping. I really be tripping. The thing is I know I be tripping. Some people don't know. Some people don't know. That's why sometimes people say, did you just say such and such? I'd be like, probably. Because y'all know I misspeak all the time. Not all the time, but quite a bit. When I was saying about the lady's makeup I did, the one who was going to be doing a speech at the conference. And I thought I told her hold her breath for 20 seconds. Because that Mayron barrier spray, that stuff is strong. It's alcohol-based and it's strong. You open your mouth too soon, open your eyes too soon, your throat going to burn, you're going to be tasting alcohol, your eyes are going to be burning. And somebody commented, yes, Tanya, definitely I am. And somebody commented, did you say 20 minutes? I said, probably. And y'all will notice I didn't put on highlighter because I don't have a pink one. And this kind of works for that too. So I'm really doing what I can here, skinny queen. My face looks toasty in this mirror over here. This is me looking in the mirror. This is me looking at you. One more sip. Okay. One more sip, and then we'll start to look. Pretty girl. Excuse me. That was for you, Janessa. Primer your eye. I'm still using this. I'm going to put groundwork on top of it like I did with the Fenty primer. I had an issue with a palette the other day. And I don't remember it giving me fallout like it did. One of the shades. Because I went back and looked at the videos that I did. And one shadow is hard pan. But when I did the look the first time, I had issues with it. And we do know that some palettes do just have a dud. Even the love of my life. Every palette except one that I had, one of the shadows was a dud. And it was universal. Because other people who had that same palette, it was that same shadow was a dud. So it was definitely like that formula for that shadow. But then another shadow, and they're definitely hard panned. And I'm like, wait a minute. And I had just opened this thing in like November or December. So I'm just like, okay, wait a minute. So when I watched the video back, because I wanted to see like where they like that the first time I used it. And I don't use my fingers in makeup, as y'all know. So it wasn't, oils for my finger, messed up the formula in hard pan. Y'all know I use sponge tip applicators when I do swatches. But in the look that I did using it, I only used it for lower lash line. And so it may have, those two just might be duds. And I was frustrated. And I really thought, like, do I want to get rid of this palette, even though I only had it since November, December. And it has a 24-month PAO. So I was just like, I was really just frustrated. And then I reminded myself, girl, one of your makeup lessons you said that you learned was not to toss stuff so quick and to just, you know, just work it out. And I did work it out and still use both of those shadows, but it was just very frustrating. And then when I look back at the looks I had did with it, with those shadows, I'm like, okay, so this palette just have 2 duds. But 2 other shadows in there gave me a lot of fallout, and it might be because of this. Because y'all know for me, Fenty stuff just... So I'm thinking that might have been because of the primer. And I haven't been putting groundwork paint pot on top of the Urban Decay. So, and it was a Notoriously Morbid brand. So that's why I said, let me put this on here today, like just to see. But then it's not that same palette, so it's neither here nor there, right? All right. So I do have brushes out. Hopefully I have everything I need. We are family. Y'all know I'll be tripping too. So again, Life and Death. Excuse me. Hey, Thorn. Are you serious? Thank you. Because usually they be looking cray-cray. Thank you so much. So we're going to be using, one of my channel members here get to make a request. So one of my channel members requested I do a pink and red look for Valentine's Day. And I do have 3 live streams scheduled to do anti-Valentine's Day look. And I have a video that I did that I put an anti-Valentine's Day look for the thumbnail. So we're going to be using these 3 here. And from Rose from the Dead, excuse me, we're going to be using these 3. So we're going to take this one in the middle. That one is, these have shifts. These, yeah, this and this one have a shift. I know I hate autocorrect. Yeah, I tell people my technology stuff speaks phonics. You did your inspo pics for the Queen of Hearts go through. I've been having tech issues a lot lately. Inspo pics for the Queen of, I don't know what Queen of Hearts go through is. So we're going to take this shade, which is called Ringing the Bell. No, it's not. It's called Ring the Bell. And we're going to bing. Yo, you be making me laugh, Michelle, when you be commenting stuff that I say in the videos, because you know I forget. Yeah, this has a shift. This is not pink. This is pretty. That's like purple and blue. That's this shade, y'all. Look at that. Take that as a, you posted it to me, tabbing through. I was sleeping. I got up, well, I keep waking up, but I didn't get up until 10 after 7. And so I didn't even see that. But I will go look at it. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Because what you're talking about is on January 20th, you said for me to do a Queen of Hearts look from Alice in Wonderland before, and I put down before Valentine's Day. Oh shit. Because I have live scheduled through, I think, the 13th. I think. And then I put, we'll send a picture. So that's what this little wording is over here. Send a picture. So that's what you're talking about. Okay. All right. Oh, man. Yeah, so I'm sorry, Skinny Queen. This came out purplish, but it looked pink in the pan. This is pretty. This is a pretty color. We're going to put this one on next because I think this has, to me, this looks like it has blue in it. If it does, then we're going to cover it up with something from Life and Death. It can be a video too. Do you prefer it as a video? The thing is trying to get it in before Valentine's Day. I'll look at that when I get off of here. This shade down here is called Ritual of Life. Y'all, this palette, the formula in this palette I really like. Ooh, it's a lot of tap off. Always keep a cloth down here. Okay, this is more in line with the color story, but we're still going to just put a thin line. Yeah, this one. Yeah, so that's all we're going to put there, because then we're going to switch to the other palette. Hey, Wonderful Joe. Yo, this has a lot of fallout. When I blew it, y'all probably can't see it. It's like a whole bunch of shadow, like right here. This is my, I'm not really disgusted face. That Boathouse Farms woke me up a little bit. I'm feeling quite silly right now. This shade also looks like it would be fragile and flaky. But it's only flaky like when you press into it. And then if you blow it, it makes a mess. But like just in the pan by itself, it's not flaky. So let's put that down. I'm going to go over to this one. I think I prefer video because right now with Sean home, I don't know if I'm going to be able to pop on at a scheduled time for a live, and I feel bad not being present for request. Okay, let me write that down. Video. So maybe, if I have to, because I have not been posting on Sundays, and so if everything is full, as far as Monday through Saturday. When is Valentine? What day of the week is Valentine's Day on? What am I looking at? I keep flipping to the wrong page. As a video. That's going to be fun because that's going to be like a troll play look. I do have, out if I remember. One of my most favorite troll play looks, I have a few, but one of my most favorite, I did a white heart, and I did it, of course, asymmetrical, and then I painted inside. That was a really nice look. That's one of my favorites. We're going to take this shade. So this is going to be very monochromatic. Don't forget to thumbs up our beautiful. Oh, thank you, Joe. Thank you. This shade, where's mine? Hi, my name is Dion. I'm a label whore. These are the names of the shadows. This is Hades' Trick. Did y'all know Hades had a trick? What? Yeah, well, I guess I would have a harem, huh? Excuse me. So we're gonna put this here. That does blend into the previous shade. Wow. I thought this was. I thought it was going to show up a lot more different than that one. Wasn't that Persephone, Greek mythology? What, Hades' harem? I don't know. I don't be studying hell like that. I don't be studying it like that. I don't know. You tell me. Oh, man. Throwing the palette is life and death. I'm seriously more of it. Yes. This one. The other one I used is Rose from the Dead from Notoriously Morbid. I don't think they make either one of these. I was looking on their website the other day, and they only have, like, it looked to be made no more than 15 palettes. Because they did discontinue making a lot of stuff, which is... Yeah, I'm shutting up. No, I don't want to get started. I don't want to get started. Because y'all know I go smooth off sometimes. Right now I'm looking at the distance between the top edge and the brows. And the space is looking okay. We're going to put that brush down. Now we are going to take... We're going to put this shade on our lower lash line. That shade is Pomegranate Seeds. So you got pomegranate, so you got Hades' Trick and pomegranate seeds. So they just living it up down there, huh? That's why we have fall, winter, because she has to spend 6 months with Hades. And when we have spring, summer, she spend it with, can't remember. Okay, thank you, Tony, for the lesson. Okay. Thank you. My mom used to tell us if it's raining and the sun is out, she would say that means the devil is beating his wife. I'm like, who told you that? You been talking to him? Like, what? What? But that's what she used to say. That means the devil is beating his wife. I never understood it. We might put some of this later because y'all know, no. Yeah, because after I do my outer corner, I usually take lower lash line color under that line. Yeah, she's like, yeah, that's what that means. I'm like, if you say so. And y'all know back then, it was all these old wives' tales and all sorts of stuff that nobody really knows. People just make up stuff like I do. That's a pretty, oh, that's pretty. Okay, thank you for coming in, Thorn. I appreciate it. Take my little bent ass brush. This thing is gonna cry. All right, now we're going to go into, damn, we only got 2 matte shades left. This one and the darker rosy one from here. So we're going to take this one for outer corner, and that shade is Expression of Grief. Okay. And then we'll just have that light pink shade, and that'll be it. So we're going to put this over here. This is an easy look. I mean, something. And both of these palettes are easy to work with. Even though that one, when you use it, is flaky, but when you're not using it, it does stay put. So that's kind of strange to me. Because sometimes shadows are just like always flaky. Or even opening up the palette, it just fluffs up from the air hitting it or whatever. Like, this doesn't do that. Well, this shade doesn't do that. I like when new people come in and they're friendly. Oh, look at that. I think I'm getting a lot better with consistency as far as this V shape that I do. Now, whether or not the other side looks the same, that ain't what we talking about. We just talking about that sharp V look. And this side usually comes like straight or down a little bit, where this side usually just goes straight out. So I need to pay more attention to that so that doesn't keep happening. Thank you all for being here. I was going to say something. I meant to do it in the video that I did. It was today, the video I did Monday. My neighbor made eggplant parmesan, and she's like, "I'm gonna just let you taste it," because she asked me if I liked it. So you will hear the story again in that video. When I went down there. Oh, off topic. Back to the new neurologist. Well, the new one for this VA hospital. She's not new at what she does. I had told her, I said, I'm gonna break protocol because I just want to tell you, it is really good to see you. I said, most of my doctors, I would say like 80% of my doctors are Indian, and then maybe like 15% are Caucasian. And she was a brown skinned person. So I said, I just want to tell you it's good to see you. I said, because I don't see a lot of us there as actual doctors. And then she loosened up. Her accent came out. She's from the Caribbean somewhere. So I guess that she had code switched or something. But once I said that, she was like, I was like, oh, okay, here it go. And this eye is tearing up where I could feel it. So y'all see what I'm saying? And it's not that noticeable. So why am I pointing it out? Because I do things like that. How this one is just straight here, and this one is kind of slopes downward. But are they in the same place? Yeah, we're gonna leave it like that. So we're done with this palette. And so she was reading through my list of allergies and reading through all my medication, because this was my first time seeing her. So she was, going through the whole list of everything. Now we're going to take this shade to put under here. And then we're going to put more of this underneath. What did she say? This shade is called Dichotomy. And when she had got to where's this palm oil, I said, that's the newest thing that I found give me hives. And I told her how I found out. I said, because I buy plantain strips. And she put her pencil down and looked at me. I said, I used to buy plantain strips from BJ's. And one time I saw they had plantain chips. And so I got the plantain chips. And I broke out in hives. And that was like the only new thing that I had tried. And so I looked at the ingredients. The plantain strips said plantains. The next ingredient was vegetable oil. Only 2 ingredients. The plantain chips said plantains, palm oil. Only 2 ingredients. So I'm like, okay, it has to be the palm oil. And she said, you West Indian, didn't you? How you know about plantains? I said, I don't know, but I know I like plantains. And I was telling her how, yeah, we was all off script, y'all. I said, I can't find a good Jamaican place, a good Caribbean restaurant. I said, there's 2, like in one in Bear, one in Newcastle. I'm like, but it is not good. So she told me about a place that was 1 block down on the other side of the street as the VA hospital. Y'all, oh my God. This eye is tearing. Oh my gosh, it was so good. And you could tell just by the smell. I was like, this is going to be good. So I called my neighbor since I was driving home. And we're going to take that first shade. Just even tapping it lightly. It's a lot of fallout. Because I could feel it tearing up here. I could feel it. And we're only doing this on this side because we did the other side. So I called my neighbor on my way home. And I said, a doctor was telling me about a Jamaican place. I went there and got, you know, oxtails and curry goat. Would you like to try some? She's like, I sure will have a taste, neighbor. And so I said, I should be there in about 15 minutes. This is this middle shade. So we're just going to bring this out. And so I told her, take as much as you want. So I sat and we both just kind of had a little sample. Oh my word. Oh my gosh. It is so good. It is so good. It is so good. Oh my gosh. And it was expensive. The oxtail platter was $26. But I'm like, that's going to be my spot. Because when I left the VA hospital, I usually get gas at BJ's. And then behind the gas station at BJ's is BJ's. Hey, CM, how are you? And I said, I'm not going to go in BJ's. I did get gas. So I'm like, I'm not going to buy any food because I'm going to go see what's up with this Jamaican place. And so I told my neighbor, when I have appointments at the VA hospital, I'll let you know. And I did get 2 menus, one for me and one for her. I said, that'll be my new routine. Either pick it up on my way to the hospital, so then I won't have to like turn around and go back. I said, but then it won't be hot when I get home. She was like, good food still tastes good when you heat it up. I said, you got a point. So y'all see what I'm saying? How I like putting that line over there? Ooh, I like it. I look crooked, got orange brush. We're doing good for time too, considering I did the whole face. Upper lash line. I don't know if I want to put this on upper lash line. But I guess we should. This is looking more purple than red and pink. And y'all saw the colors I used though. Excuse me. Yeah, let's just gonna put this on the upper lash line. Excuse Bruce. But it was so good. And they gave a lot of food. I mean, so it was worth the $26. I didn't do under my brow bone, and I'm not, so we're going to put this brush away. We didn't use that one. Taking our MAC 210. Oh, it was so good. So it was $26 for the oxtails, rice and peas, and cabbage, and they added $7 for curry goat. And the thing is, like, on their menu, they don't have where you can do combinations. And so I was thinking I was going to just end up getting 2 different platters. The oxtail only comes in one size. But for like the other stuff, you can get a small platter or a large. Does anyone have big plans for Valentine's? I don't celebrate. Nope. Every day is a holiday for me. Every day is a holiday. Every day is a weekend. Nope. Love on myself like I always do. So I had asked the worker, I said, do you have combination platters? Because it was nowhere on the menu. Because they had one on the wall above where you place your order. And I saw steps going up. So you can sit and eat in as well. And she said, no, but you can do a combo. And she said, what would you like? I said, oxtails, curry goat, and jerk chicken. She said, that's too many combos. So I said, okay, oxtails and curry goat. Because even though jerk chicken is different, I mean, chicken is chicken, right? How often do you get oxtails? How often do you eat curry goat? You know what I'm saying? And so it was another $7. So it was $33 for the oxtails, curry goat, rice and peas and cabbage. Yo, it was so good. And my neighbor was like, yeah. I'm like, I know, right? So that'll be my spot to go either on my way to the VA hospital or circle back. Because it's only one block down. It's just on the opposite side of the street as the hospital. And so I actually pass it to get to the VA hospital. Me and the ladies always go out for lunch. Says Joe, my husband is raising me down home alone. E-Day present was Post Malone Jelly Roll concert tickets. Ooh, that sounds fun. Pizza places usually have heart-shaped pies for a great deal. So I'm going to be getting some of those. Some of those? How many are you getting? And are you going to freeze them to keep them? Or are they like the little pan pizzas? My liner has... Oh, I just hit the table. My liner has been good lately, too. I think I mentioned that in that video as well. Oh, I contacted Mare on Instagram, the one that asked me to collab, the one that I was so tickled about because I love all of their looks. So I contacted them saying, I did not forget. I just haven't came up with any ideas. And so they wrote back. One idea was dessert. They said because they have a sweet tooth. Y'all, I've been craving chocolate cake for like 2 weeks now. And the other one was where we just pick colors for each other. And so I'm like, let's do the dessert. And so I'm gonna look up some dessert pictures. And then I wrote them back saying I'm scheduled out, you know, as far as videos and YouTube until like let me see, not including the weekend. I said I won't be able to post until, which I could, if I do a video, I can always just post it. You know what I mean? But I said the earliest I could post it and or do it would be like the 16th. Because also doing live 3 times a week. I'm not going to do a look if I have a live to do, because my lives I do looks. You know what I mean? So that limits my availability to do videos. And they wrote back that is perfect. So I'm excited for that. I need to find something that's really good, really graphic, and just try my damnedest. Because all of their looks, I am going to... I'm gonna put their Instagram where? On my community tab. All of their looks are different. A lot of them are industrial, like different shapes, squares, triangles, whatever. And all of them are very colorful. Even the muted ones are colorful because they did a green and yellow look, and that was inspired by something. So they put the inspiration picture. Excuse me for stammering and stuttering. I'm so excited. At the end. But even though it was just like yellow and green, like it was just the shapes that they did, I was just like, oh my gosh. Oh yeah, there are 6 y'all. You know what I keep thinking? Because 4 of them are kids. So I keep thinking it's just you and, well, not thinking it's you and Sean, because I know y'all got 4 kids, but I keep thinking the kids, they don't eat that much, do they? And so that's why I was like, several. What? And so I know they're going to do something absolutely phenomenal. And that's what tickled me when they asked me to collab with them. I'm like, damn. Because when I see their pictures, I'm just like, seriously. And I realized I missed like 2 weeks of, maybe 1 week, the Creative Art with Heart collab. Because sometimes it'll be 2 weeks until the next one. And she'll always put like this one is running 2 weeks. And the Monochromatic Months collab. And I do want to do Janessa's the tag she did, your color of the year. But because I'm unable to think much about colors, this could have been purple for the Monochromatic collab. So the color Janessa did was purple. Janessa, can I double this look for that? Even though it's supposed to be... Is that a piece of dry skin? It sure is. Even though this is supposed to be pink and red. But y'all saw they did look pink and red. Oh, my hand is shaking. I will say this. My skin is not happy with me. I didn't do any skincare yesterday. I was so out of it. When I miss skincare, even for one day, my skin be like, bitch, you want to play? All right. So yeah, I got a dry patch right here. I don't have... What color is this? I'm starting to sweat. This is Night Moth. Is this going? I think this will go with that. Ooh, look at that. You don't plan much outside of work. My head was sweating. Y'all, that head is thick. It's wool and it's insulated. That's something I need to work on. You be in your zone, Janet. Sometimes, depending on our jobs, it does just consume like our thoughts, and we don't really think about, and not consume our thoughts in a bad way, but it's like when we're off work, we just zone out. We're just like, you know what I mean? And don't think of much else outside of necessary stuff. Is Skinny Queen still here? Got your eyebrows back yesterday, and I decided to let her do my lips, above my lips. I have no hair there, so I don't know why it's that permanent shadow I have. Maybe my body ate my twin when I was in my mom's womb. Makes that shit hurt. Yeah, it does. I had dry patches under my eyes, just skin for smacking. So I'm wishing my eye cream between me. Yeah, if I missed a date with skincare, I didn't do no skincare yesterday. None. Did it today when I woke up, but it's already like a day late. Not consume in a bad way because I don't focus. Oh, consume in a bad way because you don't focus on well-being or anything else. Aw. Well, Janet, that can be something, excuse me, you can work on this year. Going to buy, are you going to see New Edition, Boyz II Men, and Tony Braxton? Okay, have fun. You lost me at Tony. Sorry, not sorry. Y'all, listen, did y'all see Billy Porter? When they asked him, I saw a short on YouTube. They asked him, what does he think about Nikki? Because the gold card to my citizenship, and the White House was like, that's just a memento. Like, that doesn't mean anything. After she tried to flex, and the White House was like, that's just a memento. Like, that's not, it's not worth anything. But, yeah, y'all, he had to be real confident about his breath. Because when they said... They said to him, the reporter, right? She said, what do you think about that? He said, fuck her. And I was like, ugh. And he said it twice. He was like, fuck her. When somebody shows you who they are, you believe them. Fuck her. And then at one point, she looked at the camera. She went... I said he is real confident with his breath because he was, and you could hear the. And one of the commenters said they learned how to pronounce the H. Watching that short, he was like, and you could hear. And I'm like, oh my God, because they were like this close, and I'm like, he is real confident. Breathing. Oh, in her. I was like, oh no, Billy. No. He was. And he got a wide mouth too. I never noticed before. And he did it longer than I did it. But I was just like, oh my gosh. Like, he is confident in his breath. That was horrible. I was like, oh my God. And that's all I kept thinking about. Tanya was like, damn, like he's holding it a long time to be that close in her face. Oh my God. If I could find it, I could find it in my history. I'm gonna put that on my community tab. Oh my gosh. And I hadn't seen from him in a long time. Hadn't seen anything from him in a long time. But I am sweating, y'all. Look at my face. He did. He meant that with his whole chest. And the comments was crazy. I learned how to pronounce the H today. Yo, it was crazy. And he was in her face. Skinny Queen's been quiet. You still in here, Skinny? I was thinking of doing a heart on my face. I'm going to tap one of these shadows over this lip. Of course, I love the shade of this. But those red and pink shades came out purple. Yeah, he... I remember eons ago when he had on like a tuxedo gown thing. He had it tailor-made for him. The top looked like a suit and the bottom was like a ball gown. It was beautiful. It was gorgeous. And I showed the picture to one of my aunts. Well, to two of my aunts. And one of them just looked and looked away. And the other one's like, the Bible say, you know, a man is not supposed to wear women's clothing. I said, okay, listen though. He had this tailor-made for him. He didn't go into a store and buy a woman's dress. He had this tailor-made for him. So how is this made for a woman? He shouldn't be wearing it. They made it for him. So, and of course she just kept repeating herself and I kept repeating myself. If they made it for him, how is it not for him? He didn't go somewhere and just buy a woman's dress. He had this tailor-made for him. So that told me a lot about, you know. And he was rocking it too. I'm like, damn, my man, I don't look that good in a damn dress. Right, it was tailor-made for him. So how was that a woman's dress? Anyway, so this is the look, y'all. I think we did exceptionally well on time considering I started from the brows, from the basics. We did really good today. Is Skinny Queen still here? That means Scottish men shouldn't wear kilts. Thank you. And even historically, over in the East Indian countries, they wear gowns. I mean, I don't know what's under them because I ain't look, but they wear, you know, because of the weather. So it's just like, what? What? Yeah. Yeah, the Cardinals wear. Yeah, right. So like, what's up with all of that? So it's just, you know, people, they, let me shut up. And even asking questions, like they never have an answer. Like, answer the question. Like, if it's made for them, how is that a woman? Yeah, popes and bishops. Yeah, right. So this is the look, y'all. I do like the color story. I'm gonna ask Janessa, but this is not the electric purple that Janessa chose for her color of the year, though. But I'm gonna ask her if I could dupe this for that. Well, not dupe it for that, but use this for that. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Janet. And even other countries, like I'm saying, that's what they wore back then. And if you want to go back to the Bible, guess what they was wearing back then over there? You know what I'm saying? Think it makes sense. Yeah, I'm gonna ask Janessa if I can submit this for for her collab because I cannot think of a color. This one eye keeps tearing upward. We're gonna go because we are done. And oh, do I want to fix pasta? I took out sauce and chili from in the freezer, and I have the other piece of eggplant parmesan that my neighbor made. So I have enough food. I just need to fix something. Skinny Queen, I hope you like the look. I'm going to show you all these colors again so she don't think I cheated. Because they did look red and pink. We used these 3 right here. I think Squinty eating them noodles. Oh, that's right. She was cooking. I ain't even mad. And we used these 3 right here. So they look red and pink. But you know what? These definitely are shifty. Well, we can see it on the lid. But yeah, this has purple in it. I thought this might have had blue in it. I don't know what was in there. That's the first one we put on. So that's this purplish one. So yeah, notoriously more of it will fool you. But I do like the look though. And I know I always say I don't really care for doing monochromatic looks. Yes, they're pretty. They're easy to do. It's going to look bright because it's all the same color story. So in that sense, I like it because they're easy and I know it's going to look nice. But it doesn't give me that color variation that I like. But I do really like this look though. And y'all see we got done really quick. And yes, we are done. And I love this lip, of course. So we are going to go, y'all. We'll be back here tomorrow. I don't remember what we're doing tomorrow because all the lives got shifted to the right in my calendar. And 2 of my videos got shifted to the left in the calendar. Because I don't want to, when I don't do a live, I don't want to not have anything. And so I think that was supposed to air over the weekend or something. I'm babbling. We're going to go. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you for all the thumbs up. I appreciate each and every one of you. Replay crew, you know that y'all rock. And so y'all will see me back here tomorrow night. Thank you, Big Hurt. Thank you. And so we're going to go. And meanwhile, if you're new here and you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do that. If you're curious about membership, click join. It won't join you. It'll show you. Did y'all see my eye just twitch? It'll show you what the perks are. And then if that entices you, then go ahead and join. It's a really quick, short process. And then you can make requests such as this one. She wanted a Valentine's Day look. I'll just say that because it ain't really red and pink. But anyway, we're going to go. Thank you so much, Locke. Thank you, everybody, for being here. As always, my chin is looking very olive. I got so many different undertones on my face. As always, I get distracted by my wonderful looks. As always, self-acceptance, self-love. That is the Crazy Tronation way. Thank you, y'all, and you will see me tomorrow. Bye. And big ups to my internet that didn't kick us off today. All right, I'm really going. Bye.